Hello everyone and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making bagel chips, which aren't the healthiest food in the world, but I had some extra bagels in the refrigerator that were not going to get eaten before they went bad. So for the sake of not wasting food, I figured I would make some bagel chips. And if I'm going to make it, I might as well show all of you how to do it as well. So I started out with these bagels. I had them in the refrigerator for at least an hour. It's best to refrigerate the bagels before you cut them, just because it makes it easier to cut. When you're making bagel chips, it's better to have bagels that aren't pre-sliced. You certainly can use the ones that are sliced. You'll just end up with smaller chips. So these bagels came from the bakery section at Hannaford. They're not the kind that you would find in the bread aisle. They're just the kind that Hannaford makes and sells in their bakery. So I have my bread knife. I just cut them about 1/4 of an inch, slice, 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 and then when I get to the end, the bigger pieces, I end up cutting in half. So I've laid them out here on a cookie sheet. You don't need to grease the pan, and you lay them all out. You can cramp them right together because obviously they're not going to change in size. Then brush them lightly with some olive oil so they'll get nice and toasty, and you can sprinkle them with garlic, salt and pepper, any seasonings that you'd like. I'm not going to season these because they are everything bagels, so they already started out with quite a bit of seasoning. You're going to want to set your oven to 375 and bake them for about 20 minutes, but make sure to keep an eye on them to make sure they don't burn. Hello again, my bagel chips just came out of the oven. I initially put them in for 15 minutes and then put them in for a couple more minutes after that. So all in, it took about 17 to 18 minutes. You can see how deliciously golden brown they are. The amount of time that these are going to take to cook depends on how hot your oven runs and also how thick you cut the chips. So I took them off the pans here to cool on these racks. If you have racks, great. If you don't, it's not a huge deal. It will just increase the air circulation under your bagel chips so that any moisture that's still trapped in the bread can leave and your chips can be as crisp and crunchy as possible. Now that these have been cooling off for a little bit, I'm going to grab some hummus out of the fridge and sit down and enjoy. Thanks. Hope you like these.